Okay. All right. This morning, what we're going to talk about is um, the style. I forget what it's called. The style editor. Sorry about that. So I made a new website um, using my default template. And what I think I'm actually going to do is basically delete most of this and start off with a blank website. That seems to be, for me, the easiest. So um, let's go to edit your manage your store and then go to pages and then let's start up here, the home page. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to delete all this stuff. Is my plan. Oh, there goes that theory. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to delete this. I have a bit of a sniffle here this morning, so I apologize. And we're going to delete this button. Just get rid of everything. This picture. Oops. Sorry. Delete this. And we can even delete this. We are really starting from scratch here. Just delete, delete, delete. And delete this. Okay, so that page is what I would call empty. We got this column in here. We can even delete that. There. Now we literally have nothing on our page. It's scary, but we'll work through it. Okay. So what this basically what the style editor is it determines things like colors, fonts, and button styles, uh, everything like that. But it's for the entire site. What other pages have we got here? See what else we can delete. We'll go to we'll just leave that for now. We'll get rid of this here. Actually, let's delete everything. Probably won't let me delete that. Nope. But we can delete everything inside the container. There. We'll delete this. Let us. There. We got absolutely nothing on that page now. What other pages do we have? Products. Products, we're not going to touch that. It's not even shown in the menu. Designer, we're not going to touch that. We are going to get to the about page and we're going to get to the contact page, but we'll do that after. All right, let's go to design and then go to style editor. Now, when you first look in here, this looks, it looks crazy. Like, it looks like, geez, I better stay the heck out of here. But it's actually not that bad but there is a lot of options in here. A lot of options. But like I say, once you make a change in here, it does it for all your pages. So the first thing, we'll start right at the very, very top. When you put your mouse over top of it, you can see that it highlights whatever it is that you're going to change. So logo, when it's in text, there's the font and there's the color. So if your company colors are, let's say they're, I don't know, I really like that it's a Dodger blue or something, but let's do that. We'll just make everything Dodger blue. So the first thing you can do is you can select your font out of this list, and there's like a ton of fonts. We're going to leave that one the same. The next thing you can do is, remember, we're only adjusting this right here. The next thing you can do is you can change the size. Now be very careful with this, because remember, most people use their phone to go through to view the website, so you want to be careful with that. And then you can also change this line height, so that's this space in here, I believe, like that. See, just go like that. Let's see, you can make it just small caps, or you can make it, you can change this letter spacing. Not sure why that's not doing anything, but whatever. All right, and that's that. Make sure you save it. We're not going to publish it, but make sure when you're done you publish it. Or you can, what I do is I save and publish every once in a while. So the color, I said we were going to go with that Dodger blue. If it looks like this, you can select any color as RGB or HTML, or you can select this, and we have predefined colors on here already. So I believe this is Dodger blue. So now we made this Dodger blue. All right. So remember, once you hover your cursor over top of whatever, you'll see it change up here. So these, I find that these are quite small. So I'm not going to change the font. However, I am going to change the size. Again, be very careful, because the way this is going to show on a phone, it's actually going to be all on the right hand side. That's the way it's going to show on the phone. Okay, we're done with that. We'll save that. You know what? For the heck of it, let's publish it. All right. This is going to be a pretty long tutorial, by the way. Anyway, so the navigation background, that's this background right here. We're going to change that to Dodger blue. It's already starting to look pretty good, eh? And we'll save that. You don't have to save it as much as I am. I'm just kind of a forgetful fella. And here's the options in here. You can change, you can put this to the left like that, put it to the right, and you can put it in the center. And I think this changes this height. See that? You can change that. All right. I know that's annoying. Okay, the top bar. There's another one that drives me crazy. On your phone, this looks like super small. So we're going to make some other edits to this as well, because you won't see this actually, this search function. I'm going to make sure I get rid of that on all the new sites. But anyways, this is quite small. Before you get going too far though, make sure you look at it to see what it's going to look like on a phone. So I'm going to, you come down here, remember, and see what it looks like on. So let's click that. So that's what that looks like. It's nice and clear, nice and big. You can change this out for your logo as well. So that looks really nice now. Put it back. All right. So where are we? We're top bar right here. You can see it highlighted up here. If you don't change this, it's going to be very small on your phone. But the new templates, I might have these all changed. So let's take a look here, top bar. You can leave those black, change the color. I'm going to put mine to Dodger Blue. Now I change that to Dodger Blue. You can change the font, but definitely change this size because it's so small. Now be careful when I would actually go with my phone, physically with my phone, and take a look to make sure that your menu doesn't go, farther than the page. Let's save that and publish that. All right. And this is the top bar background. That's just this. We're going to leave this white. That's just for all this. Okay. Drop down menu. We don't have a drop down menu, but if we did, we're going to change that anyways. So we're going to give it a border, Dodger Blue, and the text will be Dodger Blue. All right, moving on down. So this is the mobile menu. It's on the right hand. It'll be on the right hand side. I kind of like the black, just having it black with a black border and then the white background. So I'm just going to leave that. But if you wanted to change that, that's where you change that in here. Remember I said actually physically use your phone and go to your website so you can see what it looks like. Because there's no way of really viewing it on here. Unless actually, I'm not really sure. I don't think there's any way for me to view it on here. Okay. So this here is the body and the text. So you'll notice that this text is very, very tiny. Very, very tiny. And it's all black. You might want to leave it black. That's up to you. You can change the font of all that text that's there. And you can change the size. See how we change that? Again, be very careful. Don't get crazy. And I'm going to leave mine black. Links, you can see that when you highlight it, it shows you exactly what you're changing. Let's click on that. Oops, almost did the wrong one. Much better for old guys like me that can't read. And we are actually going to, we're going to leave those black too, actually. Okay, let's save that. It's actually not that, it looks really complicated when you first look at it, but it's actually not that bad. Okay, these are heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5. You decide when you're making it, but which the heading category that it goes into. But when you highlight here, you can see heading 1, heading 2, and there is no heading 3 on this page. Again, we're going to maintain the same font. We are going to make this a little bit bigger, but we are going to check. All right, have that at 24, was it? And we are going to make that Dodger blue. And then this one, I'm going to do the same thing. 24. Make that one Dodger blue. Save that. So really these usually should be smaller, 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 but we're going to, oops, I keep doing that, hitting the wrong. We're going to leave them all the same size. You can see some other options in here, like letter spacing, word spacing. But I'm not going to go over that. You can see it. All right, this is starting to look pretty good. Publish that. All right, just cruising along. Buttons. These are pretty straightforward, but we'll go through them all, change them all. So there's different types of buttons, and these buttons throughout your website you'll see. This is the just the add to cart button. That's a separate button, obviously. So click on the button. So text, we're going to leave that the same, Carla, and then white. But we're going to make that a little bit bigger. Make it a 20. And we're going to go with our Dodger blue. Padding is just how much space on either side or up and down. If you want to have a border on it, this has a border on it, but you can't see it. But here's a border? Yeah, right here, border width. So you can put a black border on it, as you can see. I mean, I don't really like it, but some people might want a border on their buttons. And this is where you change the color of the border. Now I do like kind of like having rounded corners. I set mine at 10. but you can set yours wherever you want to set it. If you have an icon, such as you can see here, the little cart, you can stick an icon on here and it'll show up on the button. We're not going to do that. I do, however, like the shadow on the button. So we're going to turn that on. You can see it, this shadow all the way around. And another thing I like is this is the hover option. Just going to go in here. I just got to move this thing here a little bit so you can see. I leave my hover shadow as none. And the reason why is because when you hover over it, you'll see what I mean. When you hover it over, it'll change. The only thing I do like in here is that when you hover over it, you can change the text color when it hovers. You can change the background color, which I'm going to do, and make that gray. And actually, you know what? I'm not going to make that gray. I'm going to change that back to Dodger blue. So what I have here is hover shadow none. So that means when I hover my mouse over here, so I've turned on shadow up here, right there. But when I hover my mouse over here, it's going to remove that shadow. So we'll save that. Publish that. And you can see, look. That way somebody knows that they're on the right button. So let's do that to all of them. Apologize. We'll try and get through this quicker. This is just saving me from having to do this after. Dodger blue. We're almost done through the whole thing. And if you are following through here and doing the same thing or changing your buttons on your website, then for you it's not an issue. And edit hover. Just so you see what's happening. Hover shadow none. Save that. Okay. Bear with me. I just want to keep going and get this done. So as you can see, it's not that bad really in here. Tin shadow on, edit hover. Save. One more to go. I'm going to stop doing that. Oh, I forgot something. You see what I forgot? Got to change the background color of the button. Dodger blue. And save. And hurry up. Maybe I can make this part of the video sped up. I'm trying to go fast and I'm getting myself mixed up. I'm going to slow down. Okay. Turn on the shadow. If the boxes get as you get lower and lower on the buttons, the boxes get down lower and lower and lower. Just take it and get on the top of it, and you can grab it and drag it up. It's kind of annoying. What was I doing again? Oh, the shadow. And edit hover. Hover shadow, none. Save. All right, now I'm going to do one, just do this one as well, just so they all look the same. I always miss this because it looks very similar to my Dodger Blue. And change the size of the text in here. Whoa. And then the corners. You don't have to do any of this. This is completely up to you however you do it. I'm just showing you the options that you can use to make your site match your company colors, or your favorite color, or however you want to do it. Okay, publish that, and that's that. All right, now go down a little bit further. Oops. So what this here is the designer, how your designer looks. You don't have it. The only person that's going to see your designer is you. Your customers don't have an option to use a designer. But what we're going to do is we'll change this anyways. So the heading background color, make that a Dodger Blue. Panel text color, leave that black. Panel background color, we leave that black. Border color, we're going to turn that to Dodger Blue. Button text white, and button text, we'll change that to Dodger Blue. Okay, so that's how long it takes. It didn't take very long to run through that. We'll publish that. Okay, let's see if we can actually look at another page that would have that in. I don't think we do, because we don't have any buttons or anything. Okay, and we don't have any products added. But this is the way our website looks like now. It looks a lot cleaner, a lot neater. See, I want to press this so I can show you what the menu looks like, but I can't. There might be a way of doing it, but I don't know how to do it. And for old people like me, I can actually read it, and it looks much better. Okay, that is it for this tutorial. Hopefully that explains about this style editor. Don't be afraid of it. It looks complicated, but it's pretty easy. So, all right, thank you very much.